Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we get ourselves some creative essence. So I hope you guys are ready. So today we are back in our Seaopolis world, and well, some things have happened while you've been gone. Well, if you've been joining the live streams, you would probably know what's going on. But as you can see right here, our quantum compressor that we set up, a couple of videos ago, after we went to space, or before we went to space, has been doing some work. We've been setting some things up, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. I have also pulled and made just about everything that we need for the ultimate ingot. So I've made just about every singularity, all but one, and I have every single I have almost everything for the ultimate ingot, minus a couple of things as well. So let's talk about getting those things, and also we're going to be doing some more space exploration today. I hope you guys are excited about that. I think a lot of you guys enjoy the space stuff. So let's talk a little bit about what are the hardest things that we had to do, right? Remember these frames? Let's talk about how long it took to make these frames. All right, let's just take a look at this frame, and then I go to craft this, and I say 5,000, right? It doesn't tell me how long it's going to take to make this. And yes, I do have the available funds to make 5,000 more of them, which is actually kind of nice. The problem comes when we actually need to make 5,000 more of them. It took overnight with my world running for my single machine setup to do the job. The single machine right here, because it has to process 20,000 plates. Oh, I just remade another one of those. I didn't realize that it went in there. I just made another one of those because I thought I'd lost it. All right, anyways. So yeah, this took, it had to do 20,000 iron plates, 20,000 electrum plates. So yeah, a lot of plates had to be made. I do have the 5,000, which is kind of nice. And all I have to do at this point is place this in here and just watch the machine frames hit 5,000. That's all I have to do. And then we have a machine frame. Look at this, 5,000. There it is. Just let it do its thing. We can remove this. This is how, by the way, I got all of these singularities, was by doing this. And if they did require me to craft or use essence, I went ahead and just crafted the essence as needed, or did the crafts for essence as needed. These right here are essence. So we have all the singularities set up. This took a little bit of time on stream. We basically just had a lot of fun. As you can see, all the little mini-me's, these are all Twitch subscribers or gift subs. And they're just lingering all over the place. Yeah, they take on, like, if your Twitch name is your Minecraft username, it takes on your skin. So yeah, these are actually player usernames. Pretty cool. So yeah, we have a couple of things left for this ingot though. Like, this is just about ready to go. The ultimate singularity, we are going to have at least one of them, right? And like I said, I wanted to make at least one. Man, there's that mechanical singularity. Oh my gosh. That thing right there is so expensive. So much more work compared to all of these. And of course, to make it faster would be just make more multi-servos presses. And then have this export into a chest and then just pipe into the multi-servo presses at that point. And then just pull out of those. Like, that would be the better way to go about doing this. And maybe put it inside like a multi-block machine or something, or put it in a room like this. We may do that. I don't know. I'm still debating on what exactly we're going to do, what the future of this pack is looking like. So now that we have that, let's take a look at this. Okay. So we have basically the ultimate singularity ready to go, and it is completed. What do we need to do next? Okay. So let's take a look at the ingot right here. So this right here requires this stuff called enhanced ender ingots and also silicon ingots. This can only be found on Mars, and which we are going to go to today. And then this right here requires this, which may look a little bit familiar. This is a part of extended crafting, but I think it was a part of like extra utilities back in 1.12 or late or earlier than that, something like that. This was like something that was used a long time ago. I remember playing around with this, but it just requires ender ingots. Let's make a little bit of those. And we'll go ahead and craft this main block. Oh, maybe I'm going to craft it. I don't know. All we need is one of these. But if we want to make this thing go faster, we can make multiples of these. So the more of these we have, the faster the crafts will ultimately go. And the thing is it doesn't have to be that crazy powerful or anything like that. Like, this isn't something super crazy. We can place these, I believe, just like this, like all up next to this thing. And this works. So let's just go with what we have here. That's plenty, I think, for right now. We need to make some stuff with this. So if we have the ultimate ingot, we need to make this, which this requires a nether star. So let's take this ingot here. We have regular ender ingots, and then we have these nether stars, which are eyes of ender surrounding a nether star. So I do have some nether stars, and I do have some eyes of ender. So nether star with eyes of ender, and as you can see, it's starting to use the particles, and that will craft up. Like, this will take a long time if you don't have a few of these around. Like, at least wrap the thing in them. I mean, at least. There we go. We have the ender star, and then ender ingots, and we just surround this with ender ingots. And that should get us the thing we're going to need now. Which, I mean, that's almost one of the things. Of course, we have to go to space. So let's take a look at what we're going to need to go to space. Desh. That was stuff that we ended up making, right? Last time before we jumped into the space mode area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We need to upgrade our rocket to the tier 2 rocket. So we're going to need oxygen tanks. I'm going to need to remake all of this stuff. This goes into the elite versions of these tanks. That's fun. I think that's going to probably be diving into autocraft. 100% autocraft. We're going to need to set that up. But everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Like, I just need to make the rocket. The tanks are pretty easy. We're going to need to upgrade this, which requires Desh. So I'm going to take about 16 of these, and I'm going to send them into here. Of course, you do need to filter this and make sure that Desh is not being pulled out. So we do have to set that up. But we can just throw the Desh in here. That should go inside the compressor, get compressed up, and then bam, outside will be our compressed versions of that stuff. So a little bit of crafting to get the rocket. Other than that, it's pretty simple. And this, I believe, will get us to Mars. And then the tier 3 rocket, of course, there's other places that we can go. And one of those places I kind of want to show you now. Let me go ahead. During the live stream, we played around and I was kind of experimenting with this mod a little bit. And one of the things that we kind of discovered on stream is how the space stations work. And so we do have ourselves a space station. To get the space station, you make a space station, which is super cheap, by the way, pretty cheap here. You just make the space station thing. And then when you go up in the orbit, it's going to ask you if you want to make a space station there. And of course, you want to make a space station there. That's super cool, right? So let's go ahead and put this armor on. And I'll just teleport there because I ended up putting a way to teleport to the space station. So I'm going to set that and let's go ahead and head there. So this takes us, I basically made a space station. Yeah, don't mind this. We kind of got raided at the time that I was here. This is a space station that is hovering above Earth. It's super cool. It makes this platform here. So if you want a platform to kind of do some stuff, remember your oxygen does last quite a while and you can set up power and your oxygen here to regenerate that. But yeah, this is pretty neat. This is what the space station looks like. And of course, all I did was place a matter receiver here, and underneath that is a power source. And we're able to teleport back and forth between this area and that. Pretty cool. I personally like it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe gimmicky, but I love it. I think it's pretty cool. So, and just like that, I have everything crafted up. That actually didn't take very long at all to get it all crafted up. The big thing was getting the automation set up for the tanks, which is super easy at this point. So let's go ahead and throw all of this stuff in. Just like so. These go here. I believe if I remember correctly, this goes like this. Nose cone here, and wow, it always catches me off guard when it just automatically crafts it. So yeah, tier 2 rocket achieved. We now have this tier 2 beauty. Now this one, however, I believe accepts the fuel. But like I said, these are definitely bigger. than the buckets. So they hold a lot more fuel than the buckets do. They also take more fuel to fill up. So I do have a couple of extras on me. Now, the one thing I want to do before we make our way there and start traveling is I want to get my dimension in here. I've got to get my dimensional card in this bad boy. You know, and I'm not really worried about power at this point anymore. The only thing that concerns me is how this bounces, but I think just about everything in here bounces as far as power goes. I think somebody had mentioned that only you can only use up to like 32,000 RF worth of power. That's all that can handle, apparently. Something like that. That's what I was told. I have no idea though. So barrels, not worried about this. We have it filled with fuel. I don't really want to set a space station up yet. We may do something like that later. Do I need this? Probably not, because we're gonna start mining. However, I do want to take some points with me. I should probably get this set up on all the planets, including the moon. I'm going to use the points and the RF tools matter receivers to be able to get there back and forth without needing a rocket ever again. So once we get to there, we should be good. And getting back home is just as easy as using our charge porters, so long as we don't die in that dimension, which, by the way, when you die, it does seem like all of your armor just gets broken. I did have to put mending on this because, yeah, we had a little accident when we first went to the space station, and we may have fallen too fast and exploded. There's a funny clip over on Twitch if you want to check that out. Twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect. Of course, you can find that in the description as well. So, I think we're just about ready. It's fueled up. We can take this rocket. We have to go get ourselves some Mars ore. Some good old Mars ore. This stuff right here. This. Mars. I don't know if this is actually taking us to Mars or not, but we're about to find out. Let's throw our gear on. All right, there we go. We have access to this. Night vision's going away. I mean, we have enough oxygen, I think, to last us a little while. All right, we're inside, and let's lift off this time. Let's do this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yep, off we go. Lift off. Yeah, so same thing we went through last time. Definitely, I wonder if the rover's different. I know at some point, like, even if I fly up this high, at some point, everything just disappears, including my player model. But my player model doesn't even render. So interesting. All right, so the menu's gonna pop up again like we're used to. I love, like, I think that's the horse armor thing while we're in this too. So crazy. So yeah, it's gonna pull up the menu here. Just a second. There we go. And we have Mars. So I guess it highlights it in green if you can go there. So Mercury would be the next spot, but Mars is always all we need to go to. And there is orbit, which I think just lets you float out in orbit. But one cool thing we did notice with the overworld, with the space station, by the way, selecting this opens the space station. If you fall down from the space station, if you have an overworld one, you fall back onto Earth, which is pretty cool. So if we go back here, we can hit back up to Mars, and we are going to just go straight to Mars. Pretty simple. And then I need to hold spacebar. Wow, it looks like we're going to be falling into lava from this far. You can hold spacebar all the way down, but you don't have to. I recommend holding it definitely when you get halfway down. Like, keep an eye on how quickly you can accelerate, because yeah, if you get this bad boy like over 1 on the speed, like you're exploding. It's gonna blow up. So here we go. We're landing. Really low speed. This is super cool looking. Mars actually looks pretty neat. All right, so we're out. We're out of this bad boy. Get our spaceship back. And let's go ahead and set this up. So this is going to allow us to get back here anytime we want. Place this there. Let's make sure we select our network. And then, boom, hit it up with the matter transmitter. Change this to Mars. And then shift right click the charge porter on this bad boy. And we're ready to go. We can always come back here, which is pretty nice. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing that we did last time, except for Well, we're mining down into here with no night vision. I do need some lanterns, though. Good old-fashioned lanterns. More than that. Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of lanterns. These actually work really good for this mod. Yeah, I'm gonna keep mining all the way down to the same Y level that we did last time. I think we're still pretty high up, right? Yeah, 80s. So we need to get all the way down to like Y level 30s and below. So here we go. We're finding ore. So that's important. Once we find ore, we know we're getting pretty close. What is this? Mars ice shard ore. Okay. We got some ice shard ore, whatever that is. What does this make? Oh, this just makes packed ice. Oh, that's interesting. It literally just makes packed ice. How nice. Okay. I don't know how much further down we need to go. I'm assuming, you know, at least halfway down to like Y level where you find a lot of stuff in the overworld potentially. Keep going. We're almost there. Almost. Wonder why our why this isn't charging up as fast. What if it's got a charge limit? All right, we're almost there. Where are we at? We're at 21s at the moment. Ah, here we go. This is the ore we need right here. So there we go. How much of that? We got 8 of those. So we're going to need at least like 16 or so. I would say probably, yeah, at least 16 ore itself to be able to take it back. Can this be processed? Yes, it can be processed. So we can triple it. Very handy. So I'm going to keep mining for this. And that's basically it here on Mars. Very orange planet. So I noticed something when I was looking at potentially processing the ore that we just got. Don't process it that way. It does not work. You will end up getting the other stuff, the stuff that comes from this. Yeah, you'll end up getting this dust, which is not the way to go. You want to smelt this, and then that is going to give you what you get, what you want. So yeah, don't go doing that. That'll end up ruining your day probably because you'll have to go back and you know, do all that fun stuff again. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my armor back on, and I think we can just go ahead and make these things, right? Look at this. All I need is one more of those, and I think I have enough. I have everything needed, I think, for the ultimate ingot. Same on the singularities. So let's go ahead and fill our entire inventory with everything we need for the ultimate ingot. There we go. And then we come down here and we craft the ultimate ingot. Just like this. Oh boy. And then we come down here and we fill our entire inventory. Let me go ahead and throw these back in here because they're part of the thing. We grab every singularity that we have formed. And let's throw this in here. Every singularity. I believe this is every singularity. Hopefully I didn't miss one. Throw that in. And boom, we have the ultimate singularity. Oh yeah. That's basically it. That's this pack. I mean, it's not the whole pack. But we can make creative essence. Now. Straight up creative essence with an induction smelter. It's so funny that you make this in an induction smelter. Like I said, the main thing I want to get is this thing. Now, or not that one, the storage drive. So this will give us an infinite storage drive. And that's kind of crazy that that's the case. But that's an infinite storage drive would be amazing. Not really interested in the paste container. Not really interested in anything else. The power, I'm not interested in anything else as far as creative items go. I mean, the storage drive sounds like a good deal to me. We already have 2 other creative items, which technically we could use to make a pretty OP Tinker's tool. So that's pretty pog. All right, let's go ahead and craft this thing. We put it in here, right? Oh boy, how long is this gonna take? How long is this going to take? Is this one of those things that takes ages? Oh, it takes a long time. Oh, man. All right. Well, I'll be back when it's done. And just like that, we have creative essence. After it finished all the processing, Surprised we don't have anything for getting creative essence. I mean, was that basically completing the section? I still want to complete some of these. We can't really complete C14. That one's going to require... That requires so much stuff. I don't know. We may do it on stream, though. We may finish this up on stream. We'll see. And then maybe do a video on it. Let's see. Extended crafting. No, that was like finishing up the chapter for extended crafting. We still have this. By the way, apparently the blank ore, I mean, it drops any ore type. So that's an interesting thing that I guess you could set up to automate. I don't know. Using dust and stone. Other worlds. So this takes us... This didn't complete. So that was weird. This didn't actually complete when we went to the moon. Yeah, it didn't complete us getting dashed here. It didn't... Yeah, none of that. Interesting. That was just, I guess, it just not knowing we went to the moon or something. I don't know. But all this other stuff, there are some other rewards. This gives us another creative ability upgrade. That's insane. And let's see, what else? Some automation stuff. Now, the big thing that I want to get is, let's see, extra storage, right? We're going to need to make that creative version, right? We are going to need... Let's see, these are storage housings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 4 of those. 4 of these need to be set to autocraft. Now, I'm going to need a few things. Sand, which I think we can autocraft. This, which we're going to need to basically set up a farm for it, like change a farm, so it's just producing this essence. It won't take very long to get 10,000 essence. And then probably a spider seed farm, so that way we can get enough string to do this. Other than that, it's actually not farm. Actually, we could probably just set up wool conversion. So we can do wool and just make wool, because we do have the ability to make wool. We have sheep essence. So we can just use sheep essence to make wool and then downgrade that to string. Or go even further, I think this can be put inside of machines, maybe? This will give you 4 with an unpacking. Yeah, it's probably not even worth doing that. A crusher gives you 4. So yeah, it's only going to give you 1 more just to do it that way. So that's something that I definitely want to get set up. So you guys may think we're done with this pack, but we are definitely not done with this. There's still some things that we have left to do, and we're going to work on those in the next couple of episodes. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And that support is going to go to Wire. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on Patreon. And guys, of course, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, of course, you can find that link down in the description below. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Of course, I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.